What's up, guys? Thank you very much for tuning in. It's Beer Monster O'Clock. And I've got another beer to review here that I picked up from Beers of Europe. And it is a bottle of their Krombacher Dark. Yeah, don't really see this one in the UK. That's why I got it from Beers of Europe. But, you know, the Krombacher Pils is quite readily available, which is a nice beer. So I thought, let's give this one a go. Let's see what it's all about. Of course, it's a dark lager or Dunkel lager. So, you know, it's pretty much a lager but brewed with dark malts instead of pale malts. So, I'm normally quite a fan of these. So, looking forward to trying this one. There's a little look at your bottle cap. Bosh. This cost me £2.61 on Beers of Europe. It's a 500ml bottle. It's 4.7% ABV. And of course, it's a German beer, so it should be pretty good. You normally pretty much guaranteed at least a 7 out of 10 with most German beers. So let's hope it's a good one. Crack her open and chuck her in the bottle. Oh, don't know where that went. I have to shut my eyes, you see. Right, let's chuck her in the glass. See what she's all about. Wow, it's looking very dark. Let me know if you've tried this one, guys, or whether you rate it or not. And yeah, I'd be interested to see how your opinions and those of myself compare. Right, there she is. Absolutely pitch black. Look at that, it looks like a stout, doesn't it? Like a fizzy stout. Which I don't really like the fizzy stouts. I'd rather have a Dunkel lager. The sort of carbonation suits it a bit more. Got a tan looking head, quite a small one. Really is jet black, isn't it? Maybe a slight tiny tinge of red in there if you're really looking for it, but yeah. Anyway, let's get the nose in and check out the aromas of this Dunkel German. Was it Krombacher? Stick that there so I don't forget. Right. It's got a sweetness to it, like a maybe a bit of brown sugar, or that's what it smells like. Anyway, I'm not saying they've added brown sugar to this. I mean, it's by German purity law, surely. But yeah, it smells sugary. Some coffee coming from them sort of dark malts. Nice sort of roasty toastiness from the dark malts. Definitely some like dark fruits, like can't put my finger on exactly what they are. It's like a blend of dark fruits. A little bit of like chocolate powder, like dark chocolate sort of cocoa powder. Smells very interesting. Does smell very interesting. So let's chuck it down the neck and see if it's worth buying. See if I think it's any good. Of course, these are just my opinions. But yeah, the head's pretty much gone. But who cares as long as it tastes good. Right, cheers everybody, or Prost if you're German. Still remember that one. See, getting there. Bosh. Oh, yummy. That's nice, that is. I do like these dark lagers. Sort of medium bodied for me. Slight sort of smoothness about the mouthfeel as well. It's nice, lots of different flavours coming through. It's hard to sort of, it's one of them ones like, where do I start here, you know? And sort of one where somebody else will drink it and they'll probably pick up different flavours than what I'm picking up, because there's quite a lot to it, quite a lot of different tastes coming from these dark malts, which is part of why I really enjoy this style of beer. Definitely got that lager carbonation. Let's go again. There is a slight sweetness coming from the malts. Definitely not overly sweet, far from it, thankfully. And there's like a nice richness to this beer as well, but it's not a sickly, sticky, horrible richness. It's a nice richness that sort of gives it a nice quality, sort of high-end taste to it. Lots of different flavours come from them roasted malts. For instance, like coffee, chocolate, dark fruits, but dark fruits like the main standout from the dark fruits is like a kind of like a black cherry. Like a black cherry and like a raisiny, figgy sort of taste as well in there. Absolutely delicious beer. Really, really nice. I think one of the last dark beers I did was Budvar Dark. I think this is better. I do, I really rate this. It's nice. Nice and sessionable. It's what I really like about this is it's not too, it's just got the right amount of richness, you know. They've absolutely nailed it. It's not gonna get, you could session this, it's not gonna get too much, do you know what I mean? But there's just enough there, just, you know, just sort of nicely comfortably under that sort of stage where it becomes too rich. Yeah, perfect amount of richness, decent body, loads of flavours, as I say. Towards the end, picking up just a little hint of like a kind of herbally type hop as well. God knows what herb, but there is something a little bit herby about the finish on this beer. There's no major bitterness for me. A very subtle bitterness that just sort of balances out them flavours from the dark malts nicely. Oh man. Yeah, I think this is a really nice beer. It's even tasting nicer the more of it I'm drinking, and perhaps making me realise just how sessionable this is. It's really refreshing as well. It might be black, which doesn't make you think it's going to be refreshing, but it is. It really is super refreshing. It's definitely got that lager sort of crisp, refreshing taste to it. Absolutely love it. If you're a fan of your lagers and you like a odd stout, if they made a bit of a sexy time, you end up with something like this, Krombacher Dark. I think it's an absolutely lovely lager. Really, really enjoyed that one. Enough to give it a 9 out of 10. I would definitely buy it again. I'd like to think I could find it a little bit cheaper than £2.61 a bottle, but then again, in this day and age, that's probably not too expensive really, is it? It just takes a bit of time to get used to all these crazy bloody prices. They keep putting the beer up now. They weren't really putting the beer up at first. I've noticed like in my Tesco, it used to be 3 big bottles of beer for £5. It stayed like that even throughout all this, and it went up to £3.50, and I thought, well, fair enough, everything else has gone up. It was going to go up a little bit, and then very soon after it went up to £5.50, sorry, for 3 bottles. It's now £6 when I went in there a few days ago. And it's like, it's starting to take the piss now, do you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, that's got nothing to do with this beer, is it? I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let's say 9 out of 10 for me. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it, guys, to help my video gain a bit of traction. It helps me out a little bit, that's all I ask. And consider subscribing to the channel if you like this sort of video, because these are the sort of videos I make. You know, it makes sense. Till next one, guys. Bye-bye, darlings.